All right, I'm not sure exactly what's going on because as you can see, I don't have my man next to me. And I've got all his fancy new equipment in here. And I'm not sure whether I'm live or not. So I'm just going to put my glasses on. I'm going to let Dora sit at my computer because she would be able to tell me. I don't want to stop streaming.
You're live.
Am I live? Hello everybody and welcome. Happy Saturday. It's still really nice and light out there. I was hoping we could get the emu to come on the show tonight because she's been, really wanting to make an appearance, but we'll do an earlier one. Todd is actually, he's off today. He is so exhausted. Let me just get to my page so I can see comments. There we go. We are already deep in. Here we go. Oops, I just have to get there we go. So I don't need any. Good evening. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm super excited to be here. I'm going to be doing the show by myself tonight. But we're still going to have a really good time. We're going to have some giveaways, and we're also going to talk about, I think it would be a good night to talk about relationships and how you feel about relationships and getting in one and getting out of one and how you doing and have you been through some stuff. I think that'd be fun to do tonight. And I'm also going to have my brother as my special guest. I'm sure he has a lot to say about relationships. I've been through so many of girlfriends of his that he must have something to say. That's all I've got to say. So I said to him, bro, sober up. You're going to be on the show with me tonight because we were having wine in the kitchen. Yes, there I said it. I had a glass of wine, but I feel really good. And I'm real excited to be here with you guys tonight. And I'm hoping that Todd will come in and surprise us. I think he might be watching, but I'm not sure. So why don't I let my brother come on in and do the opening. Of course, we can do that. Robert, here we go. Look, he's got the gloves on. He's doing really great. Here we go. Get him nice and up in the camera. Get him far apart. Let those heels click. There's no place like home. That's right. And we are home, thank God. So we can actually enjoy where we are. Because one thing I have learned in life is this. When you fight what is happening, you become very, very anxious and depressed and lose your joy. And this is happening. We are in our homes, but we get to be together every night just about. And so I'm really happy, at least for that. And today I've been really counting my blessings. So I just think, oh, Christine, hey, I got Christine Carlavati in here. Let me see who else I've got in here. Oh, I've got my usual suspects. I love you guys. Oh, and Brad and Mark and Kathy. I'm super excited to join you too. But, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking it'd be fun to see how everybody's doing and what people have been through. You know, I wrote this book, The 30-Day Heartbreak Cure. This is my pride and joy. This is a Simon & Schuster book. It was my very first book I wrote, and I loved researching other people's relationships so that I could write this because I had the program in my head already, and I'm lucky because of studying the mind for as long as I have and being in this business as long as I have. I long to tell people how to heal themselves. I long to tell people how to look at themselves in a way that they might have never before. And, to see your own magnificence. And that's what this book is really about. It's about how to heal a broken heart, but it's in 30 days, and each day you can't read any more ahead. But I keep it short per day because I give you something to do. And what that ends up doing is allowing you to take accountability for certain actions, not to hurt yourself and beat yourself up, but to go, oh, that's why that didn't work out. And that it's not all you, and that it's not all them, and that you are a magnificent being. And how does one come to believe that? So, I want to help people do that. So while we'll have fun tonight, we'll also learn stuff, and we'll give away things, and we'll have a Saturday night together. I can guarantee you this, the show won't be as long as it usually is, because, we'll just do it until everybody goes, I'm ready to go. But I have my brother here. This is Robert.
Hello.
Hello, and he's here from LA. When everything started to get odd, he called me and he said, "Can I please come and quarantine with you?" And I said, "Yes, get in the car." He came in from Los Angeles, so it's been really nice. You're looking very good tonight, I must say. Handsome.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, you're very, very handsome.
Thank you.
Your hair's getting long.
Everybody's is.
Isn't that
we
the
might
truth?
talk about hair tonight.
Oh my God. I'm so happy he's here because I was actually able to get a haircut the other day, but the nails, these are scaring me because they truly are starting to look like something that would snatch dinner out of a lake. It is getting, they're getting so out of, yeah. So I've got to figure that part out. But in the scheme of things, that's all very small and shallow. So we're going to, yes, we are live. All right. So I'm super happy. Hey, Seth, you're here. Gary, Teresa. Oh, Serena's here. Oh, I'm so happy. Ken Weber, I just love you to pieces. And what a talent and what a mind he has. So let's see. Liz Cochran is here. Hello. Oh, we have so many people here. Michael Palmarico, great director. Hey, Brad, Deb. I have that book. You do have that book, don't you, Brad? You know how many guys actually, even though the publishing company made me, when I say made me, they really insisted. How's that? That's a polite word. They insisted that I make this gender specific. So they wanted me to make it gender specific to women. And for me, my program was never gender specific. And when I had it in my head for like 15 years before I wrote the book, I said, everybody goes through heartbreak. Everybody. And not just with a significant other. I mean, you get heartbroken by your friends, you get heartbroken by your boss, you get heartbroken by yourself. You get heartbroken by a best friend that betrays you. I mean, there's so many ways that we get hurt in life, and we can curl up in a ball, or we can do nothing, or we can get proactive and say, I am going to become the meanest, leanest dating machine, or husband, or wife, or whatever it is that you need to be. And it's going to be fun, and it is. So, if you're hurting out there, I know we're all hurting out there over something. We all have our stuff. There's, oh yes, I'm no different, so. All right, so here we go. Holly Skaggs, here we go. We're going to get going. Your brother seems a bit shy. Yes, like a rattlesnake. He is shy until you get to know him. But don't let that shy thing fool you. He's very
He's very shy.
yeah.
Nice and sweet.
Right? Dora is here, of course, our beauty, and
I'm turning red.
and Letty will be here tomorrow, so that's really good. I'm so glad everybody's getting their hand sanitizers and their cat danas. That's the first announcement I want to make before we begin, and it is this, because we have sold out of. My company has sold out of the cat danas. Remember, the cat dana is a tubular, you just slip it over your head. It's very soft. Do you have one on?
Yes, from Whole Foods today.
Oh, that's right.
Over my mask.
Over my
gloves.
mask. But if you don't have anything, this is better than nothing. And remember the air conditioning filter trick. I think it's great. Todd came up with that. You just go buy an air conditioner filter at the hardware store or wherever is open. Take it out of the cage and cut it up into squares, and you'll have tons of masks. And you can also, I would Velcro them in and out of here.
I would too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just leave it floating.
No, I would Velcro it. But these are really neat. But we sold out, and I think we sold out. They're so. I get them from the warehouse. And I might have 2,000, and then in a week they're gone. So fear not, though, because 3,000 of them are arriving on Tuesday. We're just making them as fast as we can. So they'll be here on Tuesday. So that's really good. We're doing good on Stephanie Nicholas Lloyd, one of my BFFs from Houston, Texas, everybody. Oh, it's so good to have you, Stephanie. The
How
one
do you
thing
make
better.
a heart to
would-
Stephanie?
To a heart like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Is that from you?
Yeah.
We love you.
He does, and Dora's hearting you as well. We're doing good on the good news about the hand sanitizer that we make is that we are getting finally the 8-ounce bottles, and it's what's pretty cool is that nobody else has it, and it's not planned that way. It was just one of those things where I actually do use a lot of hand sanitizer because being a hypnotist, I was always touching everybody's hands. Even doing mentalism on stage, I'm in contact with people, so I would use a ton of hand sanitizer throughout a show, before a show, after a show, and so it was a big deal for me. So it was just actually good timing. The 8-ounce bottles are going to be coming in, which is great because that's really what we all need, isn't it? Okay, so the Cat Danas will be back on Tuesday. We will go ahead and let people buy them. We have to just adjust the website, and they'll be here. I'm wearing mine now. Here's another thing I want to tell you before we do this. First of all, everyone has been posting themselves on Facebook, showing me how you Cat Dana. And what's great is some of you will tag me on it, so it shows up on my Facebook page, and I'm able to get the pictures. And they're great. People are wearing them, over their faces. They're wearing them around their neck or as a scarf. And I've got so many pictures now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make an ad out of them, so you will all be part of it. And it'll be really cute and really fun. So that's what I'm going to do. So you'll be my models. Yay! How do you Cat Dana? All right, so I'm just going to see if anybody wants to ask anything tonight, talk about anything tonight. Know that anything you talk about tonight, there are going to be people out there that go, oh my gosh, I feel that way too, or that happened to me. And everybody thinks that their thoughts, their pain, their stuff is unique, and I can assure you, after all the years that even all the years that I was on television, I was always helping people as well. So there's not a story I haven't heard. There's nothing, that would ever make me judge anybody, except we do have to, what, let's clear that up. Because they always say judge not, and that's true. Biblically speaking, that is true. I do believe that. We're not better than somebody else. But we do judge. And we have to sometimes, like if we're going to be dating somebody, or if we're thinking about dating somebody, or, you have to suss them out, because you have to be sure that they're somebody that's worthy of having you. And when I say that, I mean that in the best sense, because you just have to remember how very special you are, and you need to be thought of as such and treated as such. And so if you don't know that, then people will treat you less than what you need and should be treated as a very special being. No more special than anybody else, but special, treated with kid gloves, I like to say. So we do judge sometimes, and that's okay, because we have to make decisions based on judgments. But the no judging part thing we're talking about, that Todd and I were talking about the other night, that's what I mean here. Anybody that says anything to me, I don't judge. I don't. If I'm not going to date you or marry you, I'm not going to judge you. How's that? Did that work? Let me just do that. What do you think?
Does this book help with friendships issues too?
Yes, because they're all relationships, at least in my way of thinking, I believe all relationships are pretty much the same. We are in an intimate relationship with best friends. We're in intimate relationships with other people, that a love relationship, but they all have the same kind of base level thing, which is feelings, trust, and friends especially. Oh my God, that's why sometimes I think a friend can break our heart more than even somebody that we're married to or dating, because that's supposed to be your go-to, And if you are in a friendship, or you've been let down by somebody from a friendship, I think forgiving is important, but you also have to look at that person, and I have lots of friends, and some friends are out, let me see if I can say, out here, and some are here. There's like layers, and it's here, and then there's some that are here. Like Stephanie that's here in the room tonight, Stephanie Lloyd, she's right here. Linda Kornreich, she's right here. Dora, she's right here. You know, there's people that you know you can count on and trust. Ryan Clements, who might be out there tonight, he's right here. Because any one of those people I can tell my secrets to, and I know that it's not going to go anywhere.
What an honor.
It is, you know what, thank you. It is an honor, and I love being that for other people too. And that's important because girls in particular do this to each other. You know, they betray your secrets. And so that can really break your heart. So yes, again, the book would help you for that. And I'm not here to hawk my book. I mean, you have to go to Amazon to get it. I don't have a bunch of copies in my house. It's all up here for me, you know.
Because you live it.
I live it, yeah. And boy, does it help me, because sometimes I have to re-educate myself. We're all like that, you know. You get caught up in life, right?
Yeah, you forget what you know.
You come over here. You just get closer. Did you hear what he said? You forget what you know. Mm-hmm. And you know what I love about that? Well, you can never unknow what you know. That's the thing about knowing something, is you cannot unknow it. You can ignore it. You can pretend like it doesn't exist, but you cannot unknow what you know. Sometimes what I love about having discussions with people is just realizing that I forgot that. You know, it's just back there somewhere, and someone says something, and it's all there to get better. What's the saying? Don't get bitter, get better. That's my favorite saying.
That'd be hard part.
Exactly. So, but you can't. But what I love too, I remember Dr. Leo Buscaglia. I don't know if I ever told you, but I was really a weird kid, and no less weird as an adult, I must say. Do you agree? I was a strange kid. I was reading by the time I was maybe 2. Reading books about the planets, knew every single star and planet practically in the galaxy by the time I was 3.5.
And our father, being a doctor, had a whole library of medical conditions that I unfortunately went through.
Yeah.
And I think it shaped my...
Did you become a hypochondriac, do you think?
Until I started doing hair and I had to touch people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you germaphobe?
Not particularly.
Oh, that's good, because
Yeah.
touching people when you're in your work.
Oh,
is
no.
like, yeah.
I love touching people.
I know you do, and that's why all your clients love you too. I bet there's
I
some
have the
even
best
here tonight.
clientele in the world.
That's great.
But so you're keeping an eye on the questions for me? Okay, so anyway, all this is to say is that we're all human, and so we're gonna make
Say,
mistakes.
Like, quarantine is the best test for a relationship.
Quarantine.
It's the best test of relationship.
Let's look at this. It's hard, but we have to rid ourselves of toxic relationships, including friendships. You know what I call that? Divorcing, my friend. I call that divorcing my brother. We've had timeouts.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
Oh, my God, yes.
A year, 2 years of timeout, right?
Certainly, we moved here together in our youth.
Yeah, well, to Los Angeles, but you
Yeah.
know, you sometimes have to separate, which is what we have done in the
Yeah,
past.
they want to know, tell us about your childhood,
Yeah.
Adam, and what you do, that Robert was.
Okay. So anyway, to wrap up the childhood, there was nobody there to actually raise us because everyone was going through their personal dramas, and I don't blame my parents for anything because look, in my book, everybody's doing the best they can, and sometimes a person's best isn't very good, and sometimes a person's best is absolutely amazing, but the only person responsible for my life is, as far as, you know, changing my mind, is me. The only person that's responsible for me not blaming other people for whatever is going on in my head, I'm more interested in understanding it. I'm more interested in getting to the why so I can change that and change that belief structure, all the belief structures that hold us back from being and doing what we want to be doing and what we're here to do. So,
and if you don't, you're an adult child.
yeah.
If you don't take responsibility of your life,
Come on up here to the microphone.
no matter what happened to you, and I have many friends that have been through like just disastrous
Yeah.
upbringings, and when I see them thriving, I know that they grew up. I mean, they took responsibility to know that they were the captain of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
and that you don't just become a victim and say, well, this happened to me and I can't do that now.
Yeah, because blaming other people is just it's a sad way out, and
It's
it gets you
The
nowhere.
easiest way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And the truth is, it isn't true, because again, I say, everybody does their best. I mean, our parents were good people, but they had a lot going on, and it didn't include us. So it was like, okay. But here's the good news: it was all healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that
Took a
all
long
got
time, but it
healed
happened
as
slowly.
adults. So it's
Yeah.
healable. You know, everything is. So yeah, sometimes we have to divorce a friend because that person is hurtful and not trustworthy, and you find that out pretty good. Okay, pretty quick is what I mean to say. Singing in bars.
So what? Robert,
Singing in bars.
What do I do?
Heather, I'm like, what? My sister is here, Kim.
Kimmy!
Hello, Robert and Kat. May have been there wisely many times in my life when I forgot what I know. So that's my sister, who is probably one of the most enlightened people out there. Actually, I'm really lucky because I have my brother and sister, who I think are both very big-hearted, very kind-hearted, and always in the process of becoming, which is what we should all be, right? If you think that you've arrived, you have more work to do, I guarantee it. Cindy Harris, I want Bobby to do my hair. Well, you know what? When this is all over, Cindy, he's going to be moving here. He's going to take care of his clients in Los Angeles once a week, a month. But there's nothing from stopping you from coming here and getting your hair done by my cool brother. He's very talented. He's really a great colorist. Everybody, I maintain that my adoptive mom, she did the best she could with what she knew. That's from Maria. And that's true, isn't it? And isn't it nice? Because what you're doing when you say that is you're showing grace. You're giving grace. You're saying, hey, you know, it wasn't great, but it was your best. And what more could I ask from somebody is their best? Now it's up to me to go make the life and, you know, co-create that life that I want, and not be held back by things that are not in our control. Our hair out here. What advice do you have, brother? I'm looking dull and yucky. Susan Sale. I don't have my products out here but I have to tell you, my brother will tell you, his clients back in LA, Beverly Hills, they're all saying,
Calling me every day.
everybody's starting to feel, you know.
Yeah, it's been a couple
Yeah.
months now.
Right.
And, you know, there's not too much I can really tell them to do other than if they want to try a hand at it. I know all their formulas by heart in my mind. I don't even use files anymore.
Yeah, but you can't
What-
give somebody a formula because we're like, what does that mean?
No,
a
no, no.
formula?
What I was about to say was, you know, unfortunately, they can go to the drugstore and get box color. Okay?
Fortunately.
I mean, fortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Because this is what this is.
That's for her.
This is mine.
Yes.
So it's Garnier Nutrice number 100, and it's really good for like dirty blonde hair to medium, you know, blonde hair. And I'm cool with it because it, you know, it doesn't make any mistakes.
She's one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, but they have all these colors at the Garnier Nutrice is a brilliant product, and here's why: because it has not damaged my hair at all. But I'm just going to get this up to the camera. It shows you that if you have this on a side of every different color box, if you have this color hair and using this product will come out like this, and if you have this color hair, then it'll come out looking like this. So you just have to, you know, look at the color chart on the side of the box. And maybe you're going to do what? Just your roots?
Well, only.
Yeah.
So what I do is they call me and I tell them, I take pictures of the boxes in the drugstore.
Yeah.
I text it to them and I said, this would be your color. Your boyfriend, husband, and whatever, girlfriend. You
The
know,
mystery is over.
No,
they
you-
put this
you-
gloves on, snap.
yes, and just do the roots only and don't put it through the rest of your hair.
Right.
And if you want, I'll even FaceTime you through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I'll
what
sit
you tell
there.
your clients, right?
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
And so and we have a ball. We laugh our heads off.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm right there watching them, and telling them what to do and such.
And they're still telling you all of their problems, I'm sure, because only your hairdresser knows for sure.
Too much.
I know.
Yeah.
But you know what? What a cool trust that is. They talk about a relationship.
When somebody is allergic to the boss color.
Oh, if you're allergic to it, then you're just out of luck on
You know
that
what?
one.
Really, from what I've been gathering from my people in my trade,
You're an amazing brother.
what I've been gathering from my, I forget the word you call it, other people that do what you do, contemporaries, you know what I mean?
Right.
They're basically telling their clients, look, just weather through it until even June 1st, if that's how long this thing goes, because you might do something that might even be hard for me to fix.
Right.
So, and there's women online that are proudly showing their regrowth. You know, lighten up, you know, because everybody after this is over is going to be so happy
yeah.
to get back to
Except
life.
that, you know, on behalf of women everywhere, I will just tell you this, because you don't have color in your hair. You have beautiful, you know, most of us have, you know, darker roots or white or silver roots on some cases. And when you have dark hair and silver roots are coming in and you look in the mirror, it's really hard to go, oh, I'm starting to really connect with my roots. No, I am not connecting with my roots. And furthermore, my hair, when it's like that,
I know.
when your hair's like that, it's wimpy. It won't do
I
anything.
know, but how many people are looking at it?
Well, but who's more important than yourself looking at it?
Well, that's the point.
So I'm saying go look at the side of the box, because this is your freedom from that. You know, like, I really believe that. And
I mean, if we had like a couple hours, I could sit here and say, you know, talk about ash color and don't make your hair gold by using this color and that. But,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a whole different bag.
Remember when I got a hair color done by this hot shot New York City colorist, right? I think I paid $350 to get my hair colored. And it was green. And before I left the salon, I said, my hair it's green. He's like, voila. I said, no, voila. My hair is green. And he said, no, it looks great. It's just the lights. I get outside. It's still green. So I know, don't make me laugh. Don't. Okay. So I flew to LA because I was living in New York City. And I flew to LA and I said, please, can you fix this? Now this hair color is going to cost me thousands of dollars in plane rides and whatnot. So he put something on it to strip it, and it turned Tweety Bird yellow. Do you remember that?
But I ended up fixing it after that.
You did, but you had to strip all this color
I know.
out. I've got tears in my eyes thinking about Tweety Bird yellow. And I was ashamed walking through the streets of Beverly Hills with bright yellow hair.
It was better than green.
No, it was, and you made it all right. But here's what's really bad is when you go to a hairdresser. I don't remember where you were, or I'm not sure.
Well, it was Beverly Hills for 42 years.
No,
It
I
has to
know,
be in
but
Beverly
someone
Hills.
else did. Maybe it was every time I went somewhere in New York, I would get some weird hair color. So I went to this guy when I was in LA. You weren't there. I think you were in Florida. And I said, can you fix this? And he goes, well, he said, probably. And I said, and he said, what do you want? What's your end game here? And I said, maybe I should look in some magazines. He says to me, and I swear to you, this is true. Do you want like a beautiful blonde hair like Catherine Hickland?
Aww.
I never heard that story.
And I
So
said,
cute.
well, I am Catherine Hickland, so yes, I would love to have her hair color.
Never heard.
Yes.
Never.
And that's how bad I looked, that I didn't even look like me. So that's a true
That's
story.
a great story.
Somebody
Okay.
say she has a very dry hair. Is anything she can do
Dry
with
hair?
her?
Okay.
Like,
All right,
really-
so I know that guys are probably yawning over this, but
Yeah.
okay, but we'll get to that stuff too. And then I want to get back because I have some really great things in here that people are talking about. But okay, so I'm on Facebook the other night doing this, and I'm watching these scroll by. You know, it's very fast because we have so many people here. And so I was looking, and I saw this girl say, "Oh, Kat, I use these new products, this new shampoo and conditioner," and she told me the name of it right there in the feed. So I wrote it down real quick, and so I bought it. I went online and bought it and had it delivered, and it is fantastic. Now, it's expensive, so they have a 20% off. I'm going to tell you who it is in a minute. And I do not get any money for this. I am not affiliated with this. I'm not into that. If I spend money and it works, even if it's a little bit of money or a lot of money, I love telling people about it. If I spend money and it doesn't work, I feel the same burn you do, which really helps me when owning my own company, because I'm not going to put anything out there that I don't believe in 100% in what it's supposed to do, which is, of course, make you look like, you know,
I have something to say.
hot chick, which is no matter what your age, because that's what it's about, is doing that for yourself. So anyway, this hair product that she was talking about, I got it, and I couldn't wait to try it. It's incredible. It's I'm going to show it to you because I bought a little one for traveling, because hopefully someday I'm going to be able to get back out there. So this is a baby one, but I bought the big one too, just in anticipation it was going to be good, and it's amazing. Actually, Todd's going to flip over this because he uses whatever I put in the shower.
Like most men.
Like most men, right. But this is it. This is the name of the company. It's called Wow. I don't know if you can see it through there. And this is the conditioner. Now, these are little travel sizes that I need when I do travel. Here's what I love about it. First of all, and they have a lot of other products, but I can't weigh in on that yet because I haven't had a chance to try those. But the shampoo and conditioner are killer. There's no sulfates in the shampoo, so your hair, it's just like new hair. You know, I started using it about 4 days ago, and a lot of people have been commenting on my hair, so I think, well, it's really, you know, a combination of the fact that, you know, I just got a little cut off, and that helps it. But this stuff is amazing. If you sign up for emails, you'll get 20% off your first order. And if you have the patience to just sit, actually right now they're having some special. They sent me an email today, which I'm going to do, which is you get a big thing of shampoo, and it's a really good percentage off, like 25-30% maybe. So I'm going to just say that Wow hair products, the shampoo and conditioner, I can't tell you about anything else, but they're fantastic. And so I know, like, as you were all sitting at home, you know, you want to, if you can't color it, wake it up with something new. That's what I.
Corner used that. She loved it.
Who does?
Teresa Corner.
Yes,
There
you might
is,
have been you.
Love it.
One of the two of you might have been the one that turned me onto it just by being on here, but it's amazing.
Donna Marie.
Some of my clients use that.
Wall.
They
They're-
like it.
Love it.
They bring it in.
They even bring it into the salon
Right.
to use it.
Yep.
Um,
I'm actually thinking about bringing it in to sell it on my website, because we don't have a hair section. I'm not interested in developing hair products. It's just not my passion.
I do have something to say about hair conditioning after you're done.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But if I find a great product, I want to bring it in so that people can just get everything in one place.
Do you know who makes Wow?
Wow is the name of the company. So
Okay.
Wow makes it. So what were you going to say about conditioning?
Well, in my estimation,
Yeah.
the BEST situation for people that have dry hair, want their hair to feel better,
Yeah.
is a product called Olaplex. Olaplex.
But can they get it?
I believe so. I mean,
Oh,
okay.
oh wait, Amazon might have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
OLA. I'm writing this down.
In our
you see.
pre-pandemic world, you could get it at Sephora, but it was only available to
Olaplex.
professionals until maybe like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And so they make a series of products, but one is called a hair
Lori.
treatment
Yeah.
reconstructor.
Yes.
That is the one you want. And I've seen the results of my clients that it's absolutely, you know.
Well, they can get it Amazon or
I would Olaplex, OLAPLEX
Yes.
is. I would try Amazon, because, you know, at least we know we can get it.
But that
lightning
is
fast.
that is what
They have everything.
that is the
Yeah.
top cat.
The Top Cat.
Yep.
All right. So my hair is royal blue. Okay,
Let's see
Barbara.
how it works in curly hair.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose, or Is it like raven's feather black, or what? Tell me what about that blue hair. So some people are just saying, yes, I'm doing mine and my mom's hair with box color next week. Well, good luck. I think it's going to go great, better than you even imagine. Wish me luck. You got it, girl. Deb, you have my luck. Nikki says, I had cancer and lost all my hair. It has grown back and now it's like baby hair. I'm done not dyeing it, so afraid that it will burn my scalp. Yes, because it's fine. There's another company I found on Facebook, and at first I thought, oh, this is probably snake oil. I mean, right? It's not going to do anything. I found it on Facebook, and my hair was, there was after Debbie and Carrie passed away so suddenly, the shock of that. The only other time this happened was when Dad died, but when they passed away, and it was such an intense time because we had so much to do, and we didn't expect it to happen, and nobody had plans, and there wasn't anything in a will, and about what they wanted, if in the case that this should ever happen. So here we are trying to deal with grief, and also trying to make plans for two incredibly special human beings, and not make any mistakes, and do it right. And then we were planning to and producing the public memorial, which was huge. And so we had so much going on that I was kind of ignoring my stress. I had to actually be there for both of us, because it was Todd's mom and sister. So you have to understand that, his loss was, he lost his
Double.
whole family, just like that. So I had to be strong. And so I pushed my feelings and compartmentalize them, which is what I tend to do when I have to go on stage and something horrible just happened. And, I compartmentalize it to deal with it at a time that I can have time to do that. In the space of doing this, what happened was that my hair started falling out because the stress, what you deny, your mind belies. So what happens is, remember the what's the matter?
That was cool.
No, it's the triangle.
Yeah.
So if you have a thought and it gets carried away, it will manifest into some physical reaction, because you're creating your emotion from the thought, and then that emotion turns into a physical manifestation. Mine was, my hair fell out. So I was just pulling it out, in the shower. I was watching it go down the drain, so I really know what that feels like. And so if I were you, I probably wouldn't color it for a while, let it have a chance to grow in. And, it's not done. Your body went through a lot of stuff with cancer, probably chemo, some radiation. There's so many things. But most people I know that have had cancer lost their hair when it grew back eventually. It grew back to be better hair than they ever had.
Thicker, little wave in it.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. A little wave.
Yeah.
So hang in there, because it's not over. It is going to grow back and be beautiful. But what I found on Facebook, as I was talking about before, is called keratin. Is it Kerotin? I'm going to find the email because I bought it. It's vitamins and an oil, and I bought it because
After that, the stress.
well, no, the stress made it fall out, and I had to go out on the road, get on a stage. My hair looked like someone cut it off with a clamshell, and because it was just falling out. So I took the vitamins that this company made and the oil that they make, and by the end of summer, it was absolutely incredible. Oh, you've got to use it, girl. It's amazing.
Actually, biotin,
Yeah.
the vitamin biotin,
Yeah.
5,000 milligrams.
A day?
Yes. This
Okay.
is one pill. Whole Foods, whatever. Biotin, Biotin. That's essential for your hair, and you'll find your nails growing faster. And just take it and give it 6 months. And that's, if you look at any hair product and you look at the side of it, biotin's going to be the main important thing. So just take biotin, 5,000 milligrams a day for your hair. It's a vitamin. It's a B vitamin.
Yep.
Biotin.
So, Cruella DeVille, the gray streak. That's funny. I actually knew a person that had a shock something happened that was so shocking. It was shocking news, actually. Then they got that gray streak. What is it called when that happened?
Dewhurst, the newscaster. I used to do her hair in the early 80s.
Are you? Because Colleen Dewhurst is an actress.
Oh, okay. It's a different last name. Anyway, she's on a major channel.
Oh, I know. Dark hair.
Colleen,
Yeah,
and she had
Colleen,
that. She's
yeah.
known for that strip.
Right.
And then she came to me and she goes, and she was young. I mean,
Colleen Lopez or what?
No, Colleen.
I remember her.
Something.
She's in L.A. on the news. Yeah.
And she, even young, had this strip of gray in the front.
Right.
And she said, well, do you think I should leave it or color it in? And I said, actually, you should leave it because it's a trademark. Mm-hmm. And then, so like about 5 years ago, I saw her on TV and it was colored in.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I missed it.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and everybody
it was unusual.
It was her trademark.
Yeah,
was
she had
that
blue
one?
eyes, too.
Colleen, you remember
Yeah,
that.
I
Channel
do.
5, actually,
Yeah.
I believe.
KTLA,
Yes,
think she was on.
Mark
That
Christie.
fun, irreverent news channel in L.A. So, just to gear back now for a minute, I had somebody say that they had a sister and her mother and her sister weren't getting along, and it was really hard to try to explain to the kids that were, because someone's missing out, right? So I'm just gearing back to family issues. You know what? It is sad, but it is what it is, and you can't change it. You're not in control of it, and so it's like banging your head against the wall when you're trying to figure it out. So I think that that's an excellent opportunity to tell your child or children that way, the facts of life, which is that people sometimes don't get along, and it's okay, and it's going to work itself out, and kind of explain the human condition and how not to let that happen, and use it as a learning tool if you can to teach behavior, because if there's nothing else you can do about it, so make it something good, so that you can teach your kids about feelings and about anger and about how to deal with that, and how it, and you can even use them as an example. I mean, because it is what it is. I think the hardest part is when people don't get along and they talk about each other to children. It's like, that's really, and that just can't do that. So I hope that that they don't do that. But I'll tell you what, I hope that that'll eventually sort itself out. I don't know what the circumstances are, so I can't really help you any more than that. My sparkly jacket, yes. See, this is the stuff I wear on stage.
Dancing queen.
That's right, dancing queen. And I'm not on a stage, not now, and not for a while, as it appears. So, so I'm wearing it here. That's right. So if you've got it in the shop, baby, put it in the window. I always say. So here we go. Oh, I know. Let's see what else people are thinking about right now. Gosh, we have a... Ron Hardy is watching. Ron Hardy.
My mate.
Rod, you are so great. Another great director out there in Los Angeles. Rod Hardy is in the house. Barb Kevern, I'm loving... thank you for that. She said we did a wonderful job with Carrie and Debbie. I'd really wish that we could show that memorial, because it was one of the most special things you could ever have witnessed. I mean, truly incredible. Liz Cochran. Haha, I've got a surprise for you, Liz. I'll just text you that surprise. And Colleen Williams, that's the name of the newscaster. Yes. So that's for Erica D. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna get to there are many. Kim, our sister, says there are many Olaplex. Is it Olaplex 3 hair repair treatment?
Yes.
Yes. There you have it, from the mouth of the expert and your brother. So there you have it. Yes, people are talking. Should I always be the one to say sorry, even if I did nothing wrong? No, absolutely not. Because you'll be saying you're sorry for the rest of your life. And if you don't, you know what the main thing I want to say about this is that don't ever say anything unless you really mean it. And I'm not just talking about the words I'm sorry, I'm talking about anything. I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry. As long as you mean it, then okay, right? But no, if you apologize for yourself, you will spend a lifetime doing it. Sometimes we need to apologize, and we need to be emotionally intelligent enough to know when that is. So if you've really hurt somebody, you know, you can tell. Some people just cannot say they're sorry. How sad is that?
It's true.
They just can't. They don't know how. And, you know, sometimes I think, well, I mean, Todd has a hard time with those words. So I, you know, stopped expecting those words if something happened or my feelings got hurt. And you know, understood that he's saying he's sorry in other ways, like I was talking about the other night. People communicate in different ways, and especially communicate love in different ways. But you know, no, not if it's not your fault. I would rather have you just talk it out than say you're sorry. And
any advice for people who are quarantined alone?
oh yes, I've thought about a lot of you actually being alone at this time. And Ryan Clements, one of my really closest friends, is out there right now. Oh, Rod Hardy, thank you. He said we both look great. That's so nice. Thank you. And what's really amazing is Ryan lives by himself, and he has his dog. And
But even having a dog is...
it's like having a person.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's people out there that don't have a pet. They're all by themselves. And how very difficult that must be, but what an incredible opportunity to read my favorite book, The Four Agreements. Write it down. The Four Agreements by Manuel Ruiz. And it's this thick. It's just a little life-changing book, and it'll make you start to really think. And what better time than when you're by yourself and not having someone go, "Hon, will you get me a beer?" Right? You're by yourself. No one's going, "Hey, while you're in there, make me something to eat, will you?" You don't have that. You're by yourself, and you have time to learn about yourself. And what books? The Four Agreements.
But
Best
you
book.
can still go out and take a walk.
Yeah, but
I mean,
people get lonely, and because your mind has a tape in
but you
it.
can at least talk to people on the cell phone.
Yeah.
I mean,
The computer
if
is
it was
just,
about
great.
25 years ago, it'd be different.
Eldonna Blackburn Dennis. If I say I love you, I mean it. Ah, I'm glad because you've said that to me, and I think you do mean it, and I appreciate that. Patty Hughes is alone with her cat.
That's
You're used to it, and you're really actually good, I think, with yourself too, Patty. Because you've get your fire back, and I've had the good fortune to actually get to know you, as we say, intimately. Because when I have that seminar, by the time everybody leaves, I know everything about them that means anything. So that's my take on you. Hi, Shelley. It's good to see you here. Shelley was one of my producers on One Life to Live. Ryan Clements, pros and cons for sure. I would like to hear the cons. I want to hear the cons of being alone in this.
My dogs want me to go back to work.
Go get a chicken. I would mail them a chicken. It's the best pet.
we
I
all
agree.
Want to go back to work.
The Four Agreements is a fabulous book, says Rod Hardy, and it is. If you are alone, please get this book and take the opportunity to get the pain out of your life. Because, of
And
anything.
assumptions.
Well, yeah.
That's what that book's about.
Never
is
make assumptions.
Remember one time I said to you that I had an analogy. I was at a stoplight in my car.
Yep.
And a car pulled up next to me, and it had like this terrible rumble in the engine.
Right.
And I had sort of a newer car.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, it's my car. And the car took off, and I rolled the window down and realized that I had assumed that car was my car.
Yeah.
And that as people, we do the same thing. We'll be with a person that's maybe giving off something or projecting That's the great word, projecting.
It is a great word
And
because it is
then
what we do.
we take it upon ourselves, and the next thing you know, you're swirling down. But it was just the car pulling up next to you, rumbling.
Right.
Your car was fine.
So does that mean that your state of mind wasn't terrific that day to begin with?
Well, we're all vulnerable.
Yes.
At times, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of the times, actually.
Oh, yeah. So let's see. Gosh, so many. I know. I'm bipolar, and sometimes my swings get me so freaked out and isolated. Being alone is so rough sometimes, but we all have. This is a good one. Really good. To get through it. You know what? Just for you, I will say that there are so many more people than you will ever realize are bipolar. They suffer through that. The feelings you're talking about are so real. And because Carrie was bipolar and I was exposed to that quite a bit, and I'd never, or at least I didn't know that if I'd ever been around bipolar. And for the first, I thought it was a lot of pushing and pulling, like I really like you, I don't even see you, and I didn't know what it was. So
I have a PhD in it.
You do?
Yes, I've had many.
Is that what you're attracted to?
It seems that I pull them in.
Well, the thing is it that could be true because of our needs, and we magnetize things. But the point is that what I understood.
Rod's laughing.
What I understood was from being around Carrie was that eventually, I was taking it personal, and in the book, The Four Agreements said never take anything personally. So I had to exercise that thing, that rule, that mind rule, because otherwise I've been walking around with my feelings hurt all the time. And then eventually, when I understood enough and really made it my business to understand that and all other disorders, of the mind, and I was like, wow, we had an amazing talk about it. Maybe 4 months before she passed away, which was really personal and incredible, and helped me understand. So she said the same exact thing you said just now, in that it is very isolating. And if you're, I've watched her and other friends of mine, go through the medication process of this, and it's so important to get on the right. I guess they call it a cocktail. They get on the right medications and stay with it. And if it's not helping, to tell your doctor, get on something, and make sure you are always monitoring that, because at least you should be able to feel normal sometimes. That's what's great about it. But I feel your pain because I've seen it. And there's so many people. And people loved Carrie because she was very forthright about this, and she didn't try to hide it, and she became a success in spite of it, and was such a voice and a face for this. So that's why so many people just loved her, because of her irreverence, but also because they know themselves that they have the same feeling. So that makes me so proud of her.
It's said that people with genius, these things follow them, and it's no big revelation, but it's certainly believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
People that have an extreme genius, intelligence, or...
Well, that's true. In fact, most people that I have met that have bipolar, well, they're geniuses.
Yes.
No doubt. Creative, very creative. Nicole, I'm so thankful not to be alone through this. I am deeply blessed to have my mother beside me and our cats. I'm happy to hear that, because that means you guys have a good relationship, and what better than a mother and daughter who love each other. Here's someone else. When I was diagnosed with severe panic disorder and bipolar 1 in 2013, I started a Facebook support group because it helps so much to talk to others who know what you're going through. Well, Susan Garvin, by the way, I got your email today that you sent to Todd, and I'm on it, just so you know. but maybe you could find the person that I was just talking about and share with her that Facebook page, because that would be great. Everything's better when you know you're not alone. Okay, so let's see. The cons of being alone are when something happens you can't control. It's difficult to think it through.
Some people just join and say, what is that today?
What is what?
That. When people just start joining the...
Oh, well, hello there. You mean they're just coming in?
Coming in and say, what is that today?
Where's Todd? Todd. Todd is laying in bed. He's so exhausted. See, I slept today. He didn't get any sleep last night.
I'm the imposter.
Yes,
The great imposter.
Why?
I'm sitting in for your husband.
I know, exactly.
It's a heavy seat to fill.
But he'll be back tomorrow night.
I'm sorry, folks.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Hey, Jane Froelich. Oh, my God. Jane Froelich, it's actually the... How are you? It's good to have you here. I'm so happy. I miss Annie, your sister, so much. How long did it take to film the documentary Bright Lights? You know what? It was over a year for sure. And that, it was because Debbie was very sick when they were shooting that. And she was still on the road and she wasn't feeling well and they didn't know what was wrong with her. Carrie was making Star Wars, The Force Awakens, I think was the... No, I don't remember which Star Wars it was. Ryan helped me out with that. It was the first one of the trilogy that came back out. And so she was very busy flying back and forth making that. It was really supposed to be about Debbie, and Debbie was getting sicker and more sick, and so it kind of shifted over to Carrie, and then it turned into something completely different than I think that they thought it was going to be. And so they just kind of went with, God bless them, because, you know, really, it was really a difficult thing to eventually to get it made. And I think what they made was so much more incredible than we ever expected it to be. And we certainly didn't expect that it was going to be we didn't think it was going to be something that would be a legacy piece. We didn't expect them to die. So it was very, it was a nice thing that it got finished. And it took about 1.5 years, I'm going to say. It could have even been longer, but I just remember cameras being around all the time. And yeah, and it was a long time here and there. You know, they were grabbing what they could with who had time.
People are enjoying to have Bobby tonight.
I'm glad. Bobby, we
first.
love you too.
This is
Seth
a first.
Robichaux, no one is alone. That is so true.
Somebody's asking if they can buy the DVD.
Of Bright Lights? Yes, you can buy the DVD of Bright Lights. It also, if you don't want to buy the DVD of Bright Lights, I would imagine you could get that on Amazon, don't you think? But if you have HBO and you just go to HBO on demand, if you search documentaries, you'll find Bright Lights in there and you can just watch it if you happen to have that. But if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth seeing. We love you too, Dora. I tried to get her on camera tonight.
If I got on camera, she has to be next.
Emily Lard. I am so tempted to show the video you sent me a few hours ago because it made me laugh so hard, and I showed it to my brother.
Oh, I flipped.
But I can't because it's so out there. But anyway, girl,
loved it.
I'm telling your mother you sent me that video. I'm going to get you.
Rod Hardy would have loved it. Yes, he would.
We'll send it to Rod.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, let's win some prizes.
Yes.
What do you guys say?
Somebody say it.
All right. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kathy Bristol McGowan. Oh, it's good to have you. Oh, evening, Cat and Bobby Joe, Emily says, my girlfriend from Arkansas. All right. Dora, we would love to see you, says Seth Robichaux. But you know what? Yeah, she said, I'm having a bad hair day. I'm not going to argue with a woman about a bad hair day. It is not going to happen. So what should we give away first? Let me see. Huh?
People love your makeup tonight, so that's the makeup.
Okay, we have a lot of girls here, right? All right. Kathy, let's play. Okay, Lisa Hogue from Arkansas. Hello. My sister's saying hi to everybody. Okay, I have a really cool kit. This is a big prize, I think, right? This is called the Everyday Extraordinary makeover kit. I'm just going to open it to show it to you and then see what you're going to win, and then we'll do it. I think I'll maybe do trivia tonight. I don't know.
That would be different.
That would be. But people are like, I like the numbers.
Numbers are good too.
Okay, so the Everyday Extraordinary kit, makeover kit, is really great because it has, let me see if I can get up there, the bronzer. See, no orange bronzer. The blush, eyeshadow. And this, see, it's got 2 colors. That's for your eyebrows, all right? And then it comes with that really neat dual-ended sable brush. And it comes with, let's take one more look at it. It's for every kind of woman. And it's one of it's one of our best-selling kits.
Every kind of woman.
Every kind of woman. You can't go wrong with it. Doesn't matter what color your eyes, skin, hair. It comes also with that sable brush. See? Looks good. Really soft. Really beautiful. And then it comes with a really good shadow pencil, which is a bronzy brown. So you can give yourself a 1-minute makeover with just these 2 items. It also comes with the lip gloss Rich. And it comes with the sharpener, the luxury sharpener. So there it is. This is a really big haul right here. So we're going to have, let me think of a question. Let me see. Ryan, text me a good trivia question, because if you were here, this would be your job. So text it to me though, so that I see it. Although I do have no notifications, but it'll still come through, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So Ryan will text me that. That is. No. I won't get it. Okay. Does Ryan have your number? No, I have no way of doing that. Hold on a second. I'm just going to see if I can. All right.
No, you have to.
Oh, dang it, Ryan. All right, because I'm not going to be able to get that. Kathy Lasty says, Rich is the best lip gloss on the planet.
Yep.
I agree.
It is.
It is so beautiful on everybody. Bestseller for 18 years. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm going to just see what show. If I had to ask, what show would most of you know me from? Would it be One Life to Live? Would it be, I've done a lot of shows. So just tell me what show you would know me from, if you know me from a show at all. And then I'll decide what the question is going to be. Now everybody knows that. Okay. All right. Knight Rider, One Life to Live. One Life to Live. Okay. Let's see here. One Life to Live. Now, huh? Capital. Oh, Capital was fun. That was a really fun show. One Life to Live. Okay, everybody's pretty much saying One Life to Live here. So let's see here. Oh. Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh, I finally get to see the answers.
Yes, I just gave her the answer, so here we go. So Lindsay Rappaport was only supposed to be a 2-day part. And when they called me to do the role, to see if I wanted to do the role, I was disappointed because I had held starring roles on 4 different soap operas by then, and I felt that I didn't want to do a 2-day part. And then I woke up and got a hold of myself, all within 30 seconds time. And when I got a hold of myself, this is what I said. You are an actress looking for a job. Someone is calling you and offering you a job. So what you're going to do is get your ego out of the way and just say, yes, thank you. I would love to do that part. And that's what I did. So I went to the studio, and I wore very high heels for that first day of playing Lindsay Rappaport, because she was really kind of a bitch, and you can't be a bitch in flats. You just can't. It doesn't work, you know. So I wore high heels, and I showed up, and it was harder than I thought because I didn't. The only backstory I had was in my head and what they told me, and the rest I had to make up. And it's very hard as an actor jump into an existing company, you know, and fit in. I mean, everyone's got their character and you know it really well, and when you come in and you're related to a character that's already existing there, it's very hard. And I was nervous, which I don't usually get, and so I was just well, I just went in there and minded my business and did my work, and then 2 days turned into 4 days, then turned into a week, and then turned into a 3-year contract, and then 11 years later I was still playing one of the greatest roles ever created for daytime television, and I'm honored to have been able to play that role. And it never would have happened if I had let my ego get in the way and say, I'm not going to play a 2-day part. So, you know, that's just the story. But I'm taking you all the way back there because the answer is all the way back there. Who was Lindsay Rappaport's first husband on One Life to Live? Who was it that she married? The first person she married on One Life to Live. Keep your eye on it. You got it?
He has to say the whole name.
The whole name.
Whole name.
Did they say part of it?
Yes.
Oh, are you seeing? Who are you seeing?
The
Dawn Renta. I've seen it too. Dawn, you win.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, Clint Buchanan was my first husband on the show, and he was played by Clint Ritchie, who was a very bigger than life person. He and Phil Carey, who played Asa, were both the terrors of the show. And you know, I'm not intimidated by much, so you know, I got along just great with them. They were really great. And Clint Buchanan was played by Clint Ritchie. He was just, you know, complicated like most actors are, but we became really good friends. And I used to play practical jokes on him. So one day we got Chinese food, and I got the fortune cookie, and I got a pair of tweezers, and I pulled the fortune out. And then I went and I typed in a little fortune, you know.
No.
Oh yeah. And I came back, and at lunch it was almost over, and I stuffed it back in that cookie with the tweezers. It took forever. I was in the other room. He said, "Where have you been?" I said, "Oh, I was just looking at my lines." So we're about to get up, and he's from the table, and he says, and I said, "Aren't you going to open your fortune cookie?" And he goes, oh yeah. And he opened the fortune cookie. Well, I'm not going to tell you what I wrote on it because it was, you know, unsayable, but he laughed so hard.
God, that's a perfect
And
joke.
he said, "You little Dickens," and that's what he called me for years. So I was able to buy Clint Ritchie's Bible on eBay. Somebody was selling his Bible, and it had all of his notes in it. So I bought it, and
Gosh, can I tell a story about Les Mis?
of course. But you got to come talk in the microphone.
Okay, but
You're over there in the Netherlands.
okay,
That's right.
so but the second part of the story is just a little savvy.
Is it
What? It's
sassy or
not- yeah, you know.
am I going to get mad?
Flat, you know, the flag.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Then I'll just keep the sentimental part. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You guys would have
God.
loved this if I could have told the second part of the story. You'd be on the floor.
Yeah.
Forget it. You'd need to go outside and take a walk. But anyway, so when she got this part on Les Mis on Broadway, playing Fantine, she was good to me. She sent me a plane ticket to New York, and she always had beautiful apartments, which, you know, staying in New York without somebody you know is ridiculous. So I came, and I had like a second row seat. And when it gets to her parts, man, I should have had a big old giant towel underneath here.
Was it a ShamWow moment?
Oh,
Did you
God,
you cried?
Oh, cried like more than I
is the
ever have in
sweetest thing.
my. I think maybe more than I ever have in my life.
Wow.
Out of just proudness,
Yeah.
of course, but seeing that you achieved that, but also the beauty in how you played it
Thank
and
you.
the singing and everything, and it was very touching. And I'm so sorry I can't tell you the second part of the story because it's so good.
No.
It's a little X-rated, but
He
you know.
may not tell that.
Okay.
Look at now.
All right.
That's right. He wants to hear the entire story. Thanks.
Can I?
No.
Okay.
There's a different
I'll
life.
hear it later.
That's right.
I'll tell you guys later.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm not here one night, he'll just come out and push the button, and here he'll be on my Facebook telling
But you
all
know
this
what?
stuff.
It was like live TV when people do stuff and it's live and you can't take it back. I thought to ask.
What? Yes, you did, and
Okay.
it's good because we would have had another 2-year timeout.
Not now. Throw me out during the pandemic. No.
All right. Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. What's the second prize? We're gonna.
Sesame, wow.
Yeah, we'll do the brush set. People like that.
Oh, that's nice.
See, guys dig it, right? Because
Yeah.
it's mechanical.
It's very
Yeah,
cool.
so there's the Open Sesame Meow brush set. And I love it. And I love giving it away here because people really need brushes, you know? So there you go. We're going to do the brush set. That's going to be gift number 2. And guys, if you win it, give it to some lucky gal that would appreciate it,
Yeah.
right?
That'd go far.
Exactly. Okay.
Number.
Do you think the numbers? What are we talking?
Bobby, you're so nice.
Hello, Shirley Tate. Look who's here.
Terry did
Kim, I had the same experience, brother, as we were there opening night for Les Mis. Did you cry too? Aw, I have the best
But one of my
brother and
favorite
sister.
things, I'll just throw it in while she's writing this down. Is,
Okay.
A different time I was visiting Manhattan and we went to go to the movies. A couple blocks away, we walked down there. And, you know, Lindsay, her part that she played was pretty diabolical. I don't know if that's the right word, but it probably is one of them. And we walk up to the movie theater to get the tickets, and the lady looks through the little hole and she goes, "Lindsay, you bitch!" Excuse me.
To
sorry.
me?
Yeah.
What were we going to see? Do you remember?
I don't remember the movie.
I was so used to
but-
hearing that I don't even remember.
But for me,
Yeah.
I mean, she was like, she didn't even think twice about saying that to you. Like,
then that's how I knew I was doing my job if I got someone to say that to me while I was waiting for my food.
sorry,
or
I
say-
cussed. Yeah.
That's right. It's okay.
All right.
All right, so we don't see the numbers when they go up in a text. Okay, you know what? That's fair enough because we have to go through them for 2 hours at night and
Yeah, these
get
girls
all the
work really
numbers
hard.
that when people guess it and go through the time codes and there's always 3,000 or 4,000 texts or messages in here. So let me think of another. Let's see here. Let me see here. I'm thinking of let's see. Lindsay was one of my favorite characters. Her and Dorian Lord. Okay, here's one for you, you kids. Now, let me write it down first. All right. Can you read that? My handwriting. All right. So my probably my greatest love interest on One Life to Live was played by Hilary B. Smith because we had more chemistry than I could have with any actor, and it was the weirdest thing. But she and I just clicked. You know, we when we would put our characters on, it was like. It was incredible.
I liked her very much.
She's such a good actress. Yeah. Hilary Smith is an incredible actress. Anyway, Nora and Lindsay on One Life to Live traditionally would do something every single Thanksgiving. What would that be? What would happen every Thanksgiving on the show?
Hard.
Yeah, it is hard, but you know. Okay. Let's see if anybody. What did we do? These two characters every Thanksgiving, and we actually became famous for doing it. So this is a tough one. Ah,
Somebody got it?
yes, Aldana, Blackbird, and Dennis. Food fight. That's exactly right. We got into a food fight. Now we'll check to see. I think that she was the first one to get it, but we will check the time codes in case anybody else did. But yes, we had a food fight, and it was so. Huh?
Who was?
Eldana Dennis. So yes, so that's what. Good for you. You just won a brush set. Fantastic. We're doing great. All right. So let's see here. What else have I got? How about how about the Debbie Reynolds night cream and Debbie Reynolds soap set? Now I personally I do use them, but if I won this, I don't think I would. I would keep it as, as a, what do you call it?
Keepsake.
A keepsake, yeah, because that's really, okay.
Collectible, yeah.
All right, a collectible, exactly, because and it's such a neat thing. And if you wanted to, the soap is fantastic. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what, I will send 2 soaps with this particular one, and then you can use one and keepsake one. How about it? Okay.
Fantastic, yeah.
So let's see here. What are we going to do for that? Let's see here. Look at everybody. Everybody's so good to each other, congratulating each other. Shirley Tate, I knew it, but typed too slow. That's okay, Shirley. I heard you fell down and went boom, and you got some.
I'm a one-finger pecker,
and I want
too.
you to get better soon. Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. So the Debbie Studio Secrets soap and Studio Secrets Rich Conditioning Treatment. And I'll send you 2 soaps so you can use one, and it's good for your face. It's really nice. So let's see. Let's see here. So should we do a number?
Yeah.
Okay, look at it. All right, numbers are good because then if no one, everybody feels like they have a chance. And then we will.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
There you go.
Geez, I
Kathy
learned-
Hobbs says numbers. We agree. Here we go. Let me just see. I got a nice big board now. You guys can't actually see what I'm writing.
I'm mouthing the words to Rod.
You
No,
are?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Rod Hardy. So he gets a Studio Secrets soap. Okay.
Oh, he would love it.
Let's see. All right. I'm going to do one I did before that I really like. Here we go. Okay. All right. Here we go. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I'm sorry Todd wasn't here, but I hope that we
Yeah.
had a good time.
Me too.
And Lisa,
Sorry.
Lisa,
Oh,
Lisa, his song said something really funny.
She did?
She called the show Robert After Dark. Isn't that great?
Yes.
Robert,
Thank you, Lisa.
Robert After Dark.
Yes.
All right, everybody. I am thinking of. Oh gosh, I hope that didn't come up on me. I am thinking of a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. It is 2 digits. What is that number? 1 and 50. It is 2 digits.
My computer is a little bit
Okay.
shaken.
And oh, we're getting not yet. Okay, two digits between 1 and 50. And
I see it.
look again. Be sure.
I don't want to call the name yet,
Okay.
but
Hold on. I'm going back just to check.
okay, let's double check because I see it.
You
So,
do. You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 1 second.
I need the name.
Yeah, I see it too.
Hold on 1 second.
Want to make sure it's the same name I'm looking at.
Disappeared, but Tatiana.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at because
Somebody else got it too.
yeah. Okay, so
She disappeared.
we're gonna be in a contest. The number actually was 37. It is 37. And I see it 2 or 3 times, so we're going to have to check a time code.
Yeah,
Because I see Patty Hughes. Tatiana. That's right.
Lisa Somerville.
So we will, let's take a screenshot of where we are. And so that's at 119:20, 119:20. So I know where to look for it. Okay, so we will let you know tonight by, we will let you know later tonight by a Facebook Messenger if you won. I want to congratulate the winners tonight. And I also just want to say, hey, remember that we have to breathe. Let's just do that before we go. All right, here we go. All the way in, hands back. That's right. And let's do that again. And the next time you do that, I want you to just do what I say, because it's going to feel really good on your neck and get rid of all your stress. So take a nice deep breath in. And a nice deep breath out. And as you do that, just let your head drop down. Let your neck muscles relax. Let your chin rest comfortably on your chest. Just allow your neck muscles to stretch out there. Take one more nice deep breath with your head down like that. All the way in and hold it. And all the way out. You notice your neck getting more relaxed and your head goes down even further. And now as you realize that your neck muscles are all stretched out, just go ahead and lift your head up and just let it rock to the side. Feels so good. Get rid of all that. And remember that anytime you feel stress, you can get yourself out of that feeling by breathing just like that. Just sit in a chair. Let your feet be on the floor and let your head just drop down and let all that stuff go, whatever it is. We're all in this together, and it's going to be all right.
And don't mess up your hair.
That's right. Coming from a hairdresser. I love you guys so much, and we'll be back tomorrow night with Todd, and I look forward to that. And guys, thanks for hanging tough with all the girl talk.
Wait, we don't.
No, we're not going anywhere. We have to close the show, right? Girl, we have to. Yeah, so we're going to do that right now. He's got to get the white gloves on. He looks like Mr. Clean. You remember that? If we just shave his head, he would look just like
Never.
Mr. Clean. That's it. Let me just see if there's anybody that wants to say anything before we go. Shirley Tate, I'm just thrilled you were here. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Tell me when.
Well, you got to get it in the picture.
Okay, fix me.
See, right there, and pull the heels apart.
I know that part.
Well, you don't have to get snappy about it. Okay. Here we go. And
All right.
okay.
Wait, hold on.
Ready?
Yeah.
There's no place like home. That's right. And it's a good thing because that's where we are. I love you guys so much. Have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow night and we'll have Mr. Fisher bouncing off the walls with his caffeine and his donuts. It'll be perfect. I love it. Bye, guys. Have a great one. You are loved.